We are counting down 7 real animals and fossils that may have sparked some of the world's wildest legends, from romantic sea dwellers to fire-breathing monsters and mysterious forest giants. These entries show how surprising encounters, ancient bones, and traded artifacts helped transform ordinary creatures into legendary cryptids and dragons. Which origin story will take the top spot? Let's begin our countdown with number 7. Manatees and dugongs glide slowly through warm coastal waters, their rounded bodies and gentle movements breaking the surface with barely a ripple. These marine mammals can reach up to 12 feet in length, with broad fore-flippers that fold in close as they feed on seagrass. On January 9th, 1493, Christopher Columbus wrote in his log that he saw 3 mermaids rise out of the sea, though he added they were not as beautiful as they are painted. Tired sailors scanning the waves through glare and mist often saw only brief glimpses. Fatigue, distance, and shimmering light could turn a real animal into something that looked half human. Over time, calm, gentle animals were woven into romantic and mysterious stories. This may have inspired mermaid legends. In the icy waters of the Arctic, the narwhal swims with a single spiral tusk that can reach up to 3 meters long. During the Middle Ages and the Renaissance, these tusks traveled south through trade routes, ending up in the hands of European royalty and merchants. They were labeled as unicorn horns, and a single specimen could be worth 10 times its weight in gold. Queen Elizabeth I owned a tusk valued at £10,000, more than the price of a castle. For centuries, these mysterious objects filled royal treasuries and cabinets of curiosity. This may have inspired the unicorn myth. Deep beneath the waves, the giant squid drifts through darkness, rarely seen by human eyes. These creatures can stretch up to 13 meters, with arms lined by suckers the size of dinner plates and eyes as wide as a football. In 1873, fishermen near Newfoundland pulled a massive tentacle from the sea, followed soon after by the first known photograph of a real giant squid. Newspapers called it a monster, and stories spread of tentacled beasts dragging ships under. Carcasses and limbs washing ashore gave physical proof to old sailor tales and helped fuel the legend of the kraken. These rare sightings and washed-up remains may have grown into the stories sailors told about that creature. Number 4. The oarfish is a slender silvery ribbon that glides through the deep. This creature is rarely seen alive by humans. Oarfish can grow over 8 meters long, with a narrow body and a striking red dorsal fin running from head to tail. When one drifts near the surface, especially in rough seas, its undulating motion and enormous length can look like a giant snake weaving through the waves. In Japan, the oarfish is called Ryugu no Tsukai, the messenger from the Dragon Palace, and stories link its appearance to omens from the sea. Sailors spotting such a shape from the deck, with only a glimpse of its shimmering body twisting in the water, could easily imagine a living sea serpent. This may have inspired sea serpent sightings. In the world's rivers and on remote islands, giant reptiles rule with jaws and armor straight out of myth. The Nile crocodile, stretching up to 6 meters, glides through African waters with eyes that reflect red or green in the dark. That sight would have unsettled anyone crossing its path at night. In ancient Egypt, these powerful predators were honored as Sobek, the crocodile god, protector and terror of the Nile. Far to the east, the Komodo dragon was unknown to Western science until 1912. Peter Owens published the first formal description after Dutch explorers brought news of a lizard nearly 3 meters long, with venomous saliva and a crushing bite. Both crocodiles and Komodo dragons are apex predators, armored in scales with jaws strong enough to shatter bone. Their sudden attacks, glowing eyes, and solitary lairs have all the ingredients of dragon stories. creatures guarding treasures, rivers, or caves. These reptiles could be the seed of dragon legends. A silverback gorilla stands nearly 6 feet tall and can weigh up to 220 kilograms, moving through the dense forests of Central Africa with surprising quiet. Orangutans swing through the rain-soaked canopies of Borneo, their long arms and shaggy red fur catching the filtered light. For centuries, stories of hairy, human-like beings living at the edges of civilization have appeared in art and folklore. Medieval Europe imagined the woodwoos, wild men covered in hair, etched into church carvings and painted on shields. In the Himalayas, the Yeti became a figure of mystery after Eric Shipton photographed a giant footprint in the snow in 1951, sparking worldwide fascination. Brief encounters, strange calls in the night, or a glimpse of a massive shape moving between trees can easily become the seed for stories of wild men, forest spirits, or even Bigfoot. The uncanny resemblance between great apes and humans, especially when seen from a distance or in shadow, makes it easy to see how these real animals may have inspired wild man and Bigfoot stories. Long before paleontology existed, people stumbled upon massive bones buried in riverbanks and caves, remains so strange and enormous they seemed to belong to monsters. In China, fossilized bones were ground into medicine and called longu, or dragon bones, believed to hold powerful healing properties. Some of these bones, later studied by scientists, turned out to be from dinosaurs and prehistoric mammals. In the Gobi Desert, the dinosaur Protoceratops left behind skulls with hooked beaks and frilled crests. Scholar Adrian Ameyer proposed that ancient nomads, finding these fossils half buried in the sand, might have imagined a creature with the body of a lion and the head and beak of an eagle, the griffin. Across cultures, mysterious skeletons offered physical proof of dragons, griffins, and other legendary beasts. Fossils may have inspired dragons and griffins. Across all 7 creatures, one truth emerges. Myth thrives where nature's mysteries meet imagination. Even today, real animals and ancient bones fuel legends that shape how we see the wild.